everybody, it's Coach K with MajortoCareer.org. If you're new, thank you so much for watching. I decided to start this YouTube channel as a way to help professionals make those connections between their major to career, because I must admit it is quite daunting. It's one thing to choose a degree, but another to make those vital connections. And it's interesting because when it comes to the liberal arts, I can't tell you how many people seem to think that if you pursue something in liberal arts, you're going to end up working in the service industry as a barista, you're going to end up working in McDonald's. These are great professions, great work experiences, but not for everybody, right? And so, but there's that common myth, and a lot of what I've seen in my over 13 years of experience from 4 different higher education institutions is that it's really the applicability. It is the opportunity for the young professional, or the professional may not even be young, just somebody who just pursued a degree and thought that going to college would be lucrative, and now they're thinking that they're not using their degree. Well, I hope that my channel will be able to help you challenge that thinking and the practicality of things. And so you can take a look at the videos just to kind of understand what the methodology is. And we're going to continue the conversation today, actually, and take a break away from the what can I do with the major in, even though that is really the root of everything here. We're going to talk about what you can do with different types of majors. And in the future, we're going to hop into master's degree, PhD programs as well. But we are growing. So if you like this work, I encourage you to subscribe and join the family. But today's discussion is going to be about this whole conversation about working backwards. You hear me in every video talking about take responsibility before you commit to a choice, look into the job market and work backwards. So I'm going to expand a little bit about how you can do that. And if you are interested in this information, please stay tuned. And so folks, very quickly, working backwards really just means that you are taking responsibility for the major, whatever the major might be. So if you're pursuing something in the liberal arts, one thing you have to understand is that the liberal arts are very interdisciplinary in nature. They're not direct connect majors. You're not going to be doing something directly connected to it, and you might be, but often maybe not, because of the foundation that it provides you to tap into multiple areas. And that's why people love the liberal arts, because it allows you to really expound and do different things in the market. Working backwards means that you want to take a stance and decide what the initial things you will do are, and then work your way into what you're going to do in college to make sure that that thing that you want to do makes sense and works. Second thing you want to do after you have identified what you want to do in the job market is to be able to then work with your advisor in your school to integrate the learning to result in that particular path. And so you have a couple of options here. With your advisor, you could look into, because your degree is made up of what we call the free electives. It is made up of the core classes that you're going to be doing for the degree. And it's also made up of some requirements such as foreign language, maybe an opportunity to pursue an internship or externship, and vice versa. So you want to make purposeful choices with those opportunities. And so again, this is something that your advisor can help you. Once you look at your school curriculum, you can then look at each of those areas, and then you can kind of see how you can make this work. Like say, for example, you're interested in, I'll just throw a random example. You love sociology. You want to work on Wall Street as an investment banker. We know that sociology is the study of people. How do you get there? Well, we have to add some finance and some business in there probably, right? So you may want to pursue those options either as a double major or as a minor. You might want to add a foreign language in there so that you could be enticing, particularly if the employer conducts foreign business or maybe has subsidiaries in other parts of the world. So you may want to add that as part of your academic education. And then you want to make sure that you're following the pathway to get that lucrative experience as part of that internship, that pathway position that can get you in that bank. And so working with your university career center can help you do that. So you're kind of getting the gist of what I'm saying. You're working backwards in the sense that you've identified what it is you want to do. You know what it is you want to do, you see the applicability of it, and then you add those particular options within your degree to be able to leverage you for those opportunities. And last but not least, make sure that you have to get some experience before you graduate. You have to. And in the 4 years that you're pursuing your undergraduate degree, in the 2 years that you're pursuing your AA degree, as you're pursuing your master's degree, even your PhD, you got to make sure, guys, as part of working backwards, that you have some integrated, real hands-on experiences. Many of you would pursue that through an internship, meaning you could dedicate a summer and a few weeks to be able to do that. Some of you could shadow, like if this is an employer that's not willing to pay you, but you can observe how they do things, that is valuable, and you could add that in your resume. Observation, and shadowing does count. And some of you are able to do it for academic credit in the form of an externship with your school. So make sure that you add that in there, because what that does is that as you're kind of generating this resume, right, to be able to present it to that employer, they'll be able to see some of the things that you did while you were in school. And so I hope that tip is helpful. And so folks, those are the initial tips that I have for you when it comes to working backwards to ensure career success. And so if you think that this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Obviously it's YouTube, I couldn't get into so many details, but I hope that it gave you a taste of what is to come. And also let me know if you found anything useful, what was useful in this video that got you to think differently, because that's all I want to do. I want you to make sure that you are valuing your liberal arts degree and that you're making the best of it so you can get a return on investment. Thank you for watching. Again, this is Coach K. Until my next video, bye.